once I was at the grocery store and I saw some grapes after a competition, and immediately, like, my mind was like, those are 17mm projectiles. Those aren't grapes.
Yes.
Why are we selling these in a grocery store?
It's kind of disconcerting how your mind starts to associate the two the longer you spend doing this.
The brain just starts to melt. But we are getting into round one here. UBC versus Poly Montreal. The Sentry for UBC really quickly out of the gate, taking control of the center. The infantry as well. Here come the robots for PolySTAR. That hero, that bully that we're used to seeing, unable to really get out of its zone without taking a lot of damage. The infantry taking the brunt of the aggression from UBC, and that is a very unpleasant grinding noise that I am hearing from one of the PolySTAR robots.
So that is presumably possibly their flywheels or something of that kind having a mechanical error. Not good to see and unfortunate. Although one thing I'd like to talk about as well is the speed we see happening from UBC. One thing that is different is how fast they can move across the field, which you might be wondering, why doesn't every team move this fast if they're able to move this fast? But one of the big things this comes from is power capabilities. So in this referee system, the robots are limited in how much power they're allowed to draw when they're driving. How teams are able to expand this limit is using capacitor banks, so essentially storing this extra energy to let them go faster without getting penalized by the system.
Yeah, the Super Cat modules, and you can see here that aggression, that speed from UBC on display with the hero, moving in close to secure the kill. UBC not wasting any time at all, really saying, hey, listen, we want to get in and out as quickly as possible so that way we can go home.
Yeah.
I think they're ready to go home.
They are ready to come in, do what they need to do, and go take a nap.
I'm pretty sure that is exactly their mindset. They are probably exhausted still, so they are saying, let's get out of this quickly, let's go home, take some naps, and get really rested for tomorrow. Team UBC really just showcasing what dominance truly looks like. I think our strongest team so far at ARC Season 1. I've got to say, probably the favorites to win it so far. It is still just the group stage, so anything could happen. We could see some improvement from RoboGrinder. They could field that Sentry finally. CU, they could get those hardware issues that we are so used to seeing. They could have ironed those out. So there are still a lot of examples of potential scenarios. UW as well has not played very many rounds, but they have looked really good in the ones that they have played. Very close match against Roboto. RHIT as well, one of our top contenders from last year. All these teams are looking at UBC and probably thinking, what is their weakness and how do I exploit it?
Yeah, so unfortunately it looks like Poly MTL is having some issues possibly on both robots here. Neither of them is moving great. We heard the flywheels go off in a very not pleasant sound a little while ago. But one thing I will note as well is that UBC is not invincible. It's possible that their robots, although they're strong now, might go in an opposite ramp to some of the other teams we're seeing. So it might be that as we get into further matches, they are not able to maintain their current level of play.
Yeah, we will have to see if they can maintain this pace and this momentum that they have. And unfortunately, the bully for PolySTAR, the hero, not able to do its main bread and butter strategy of asserting its dominance over that center point. And it looks like there's 3 robots for PolySTAR, so it looks like they may have a Sentry actually that they just not have fielded yet. But UBC, the clear favorite in this match, strong, dominant control from the get-go. Another perfect round for them. The MVP is the hero. Again, that very quick and aggressive hero, moving in to secure those kills, not letting their opponents breathe for a second, always applying the pressure.
Yes, and I think that's really unfortunate for PolySTAR. I really want to see in this next round their robots actually be functional. Like, I am so excited to see a team able to meet UBC where they're at and actually have a competitive match. And it's really unfortunate that those malfunctions were happening in this round, especially as we've seen PolySTAR be strong in previous matches.
Yeah, we saw it with the round against Virginia Tech. The way to face UBC is to face them head on. You cannot be scared. You have to play smart, but you cannot be scared.
There really is just so many different things that you need to be thinking about, because as a driver, not only are you thinking about the strategy, but you're thinking about how your turret functions. Like, perhaps you know that the aim is not quite right, or you know that you need to be doing very specific movements in order to have things work as they should. So unlike playing a video game where you know it's going to work the exact same way every single time, here you're dealing with a whole mechanical system that may not be working as intended.
Yeah, and you can see here the interesting UI, this custom UI for UBC. We have not yet figured out why there is a diagonal line across the screen. Maybe it is some type of measurement of their super cap module, because it's not a balancing standard. We've seen sometimes the teams that have the balancing infantries, they have a little horizontal bar, something to indicate kind of like their tilt and their pitch. But this one, 4 wheels, solidly anchored to the ground, so still don't know what that represents, but it's got to be helping them because these robots are efficient.
And that was something new. I've never seen someone use a plate on a phone to check CV before.
Very interesting approach from UBC, the University of British Columbia. You can see them pulling out those little flashcards now, communicating with their robots, making sure they are fully functional. Does not look like any functionality was lost in that round.
There's something in the Pacific Northwest air that's feeding the teams up there.
Yeah, they are all business right now.
All right, and we see them heading off the field. All 3 robots seem to be functioning as wanted. Unfortunately, PolySTAR is still on the field. Hopefully, they will be able to get their robots functional in this timeout. I don't know if, or this preparation section.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're taking a timeout or not. This might be one of the times that they do decide to do it, but it looks like not for now.
Yeah, it looks like the countdown is still starting. There are only 5 seconds left in the setup here. They are having to rush out of the field now.
And they're on the field as it's going. So usually the expectation is teams need to be off that field by the time the initialization starts.
Yeah, and that is for the safety of the engineers. We don't want them on the field when the robots go live and start launching those projectiles.
So as you can imagine, they are quite painful.
Have you ever been hit by one?
Yes. It's not pleasant. And that was only at a distance and not full speed. At top speed, the projectiles can go 25 meters per second. And if you're shooting something the size of a golf ball directly at you, that is going to be painful.
Yeah, not fun. Not very fun at all. Once again, UBC taking early control of the map.
First
and immediately
blood.
taking out the infantry. Hey, you got a yellow card.
Amazing. Not quite the yellow card I was hoping for, though, I will say.
2 yellow cards.
It makes me wonder. Something seems to be going on with their robots, perhaps going on with the referee system and how it's functioning. UBC is just taking advantage of it, though.
Yeah, it could have been that they started outside of their start zone, perhaps.
Yeah.
You can get a yellow card for that one, so maybe that is the source for it. UBC trying to put some damage on them while they are in the resupply zone. We have not seen a team able to take out a robot while it is healing yet.
Yeah, and it looks like one of PolySTAR's wheels on their standard has gone. We see it just doing those donuts, essentially. That's quite unfortunate. Although they are both moving, it does make me wonder if there's something further wrong as to why both of them aren't actually heading outside of that respawn zone.
I will say the hero taking several shots at the infantry for PolySTAR, not only hitting that one right there. That may be the one weakness that we have seen from UBC so far, is that sometimes that CV not quite as accurate. You can see the infantry at close range, very lethal, but that hero at range may be something to watch for in the future rounds if teams can exploit that.
Like, this is the confidence aspect I was talking about too, is these robots are moving like their aim is 100%. They're moving like no matter what, they are going to be hitting you, which, as we're seeing in this, isn't actually completely accurate. So if your team who's able to see past that facade, perhaps you'll be able to, like, give much more damage than UBC is able to get or give you.
But it can be scary, you know, when you see a team like UBC across the field with their robots running at you full speed. That's not a fun sight to see.
No, I don't think I would be quite a fan of it, but I'm excited to see if any of the teams are able to face that and do well.
Yeah, that's why I was never a pilot on my team. Well, that and I was a terrible aim.
Yeah, it nearly gave me a heart attack every time I try to do it. It's stressful enough standing on the side, I will admit.
It's stressful enough, yeah, watching your robot and hoping, praying that it doesn't break.
Although I will admit, it's almost more stressful as an alumni now than it is as a team member.
And wow, that was impressive.
Yeah.
UBC able to finally get the first kill while a team was in its own resupply zone healing up to finish off the match.